One of my favorite things to do in Stardew Valley is to complete the community center. It gives me a sense of purpose, and I thought, what better purpose than to complete every single bundle, including the remix bundle options? Every category has 9 bundles to complete, and I must find every item in that bundle. So usually if a bundle has 8 items, sometimes you only need 4 or 5 of them to complete it. Oh, and I want to do this in a year. I doubt that's going to happen, but hey man, I can try. We will be doing this on the Four Corners farm, as I felt that was the most appropriate for this challenge. I need to be organized and efficient. And listed below is all of the mods I'm going to be using, including the Community Center bundle pack, and it's also just filled with texture packs for my animals and the UI Info 2 mod, because I need some sort of crutch for this. Do not yell at me. Now, despite this mod adding all of the bundles to the game, the community center still won't open until the 5th day, so the first few days are going to be a rather standard experience. We clear out the space in front of the house and plant the parsnips. I cut down some more trees to build a chest before I go onion hunting. Like I mentioned, we will have to grow everything that is possible for these seasonal bundles, which means every single spring crop is required to finish this season's bundle. I buy 2 of everything though, just to make sure no crows steal my stuff. The museum also gives us a few different crop rewards that I can use, so we're going to be donating some random items. Willie is here, so we'll be getting our fishing rod after we water our crops. After I meet with Willie, we take the rod off his hands and get to work. There's only 1 ocean fish we can catch today, which is okay. Money's always nice. We head out to the lake since there's more fish there that I like and need. Our chest here is going to make sure I don't sell every single fish I catch, since we'll need to throw them in the community center once it opens up. We bring home everything else to sell for even more seeds, because I will never have enough seeds for this farm. Ever. I remember that there's a mini quarry for me to clear out on this farm, and if Clint can give me some museum donations, then we might get 9 cauliflower seeds in return, which we do get, so I'll be keeping those for later until we get basic fertilizer. In the meantime, I'm hoping to catch the catfish and eel today since it's raining, and I do catch a catfish. Hi, I'm Zero, the pro fisherman. And once I realize it's past 5 p.m., I head to the beach to catch an eel as eel. Get it? As eel as well. Listen, it was a really bad joke, and I just need you to yell at it. I thought it was clever. Because I'm a winner, and I caught it. Huh. Please go away. Don't come back. I fight the urge inside me to fish, because that is one of my favorite things to do, but I decided it'll be best to deforestate my farm. But after 2 solid trees, the fish demons call me, and I return to the water. But afterwards, we start to organize my chests, since I'll be so lost when these bundles open up. And if your fish-related items aren't in a blue chest, I don't know what you're doing. We resume cutting down some trees, so that way we'll be prepared for the community center. Big day, people. Big day. Juno has moved into the farm, and I realize that we need to check the traveling cart lady, because I'll need everything I can get, but I want to stick to the more difficult, hard-to-obtain items. Once it's 9 a.m., I head over to hear Lewis complaining about the community center. Junimo babies, don't worry, I'm coming home. Before we jump into the mines, I make a quick pit stop at Pierre's to restock on some seeds and expand our farm some more. Since we need to complete every single bundle and get every single item for said bundle, that means 5 gold parsnips, 5 gold beans, 5 gold potatoes, and 5 gold cauliflower. And that is just for this season. Afterwards, I make my way over to the mines to grab some ores, specifically copper for tappers. Sprinklers do eventually, but tappers are the main concern. Most of the time, I tend to ignore all the copper and head straight for the ladders, but our priorities are different for this run. However, the goal of 5 ladders per attempt will still be my hope every time. Overall, we did achieve that, so we head home before my stresses really start. Rasmodius wants to see me, so we head over to get this challenge started. As we can see, there are 9 total bundles for each room, but we will have to fulfill every single requirement. Some of these are easier than others, like the spring foraging bundle. Others are more difficult, like the quality crop bundle. Plus, everything is needed for the crab bot bundle, but I didn't have all the fish, so we head back to the farm to grab the fish we've already caught. Aside from the fish farmer bundle, the fish is pretty standard to me. I like the fishes. After dropping them off, we head down to collect more copper, more coal, more goodies, while losing all of my remaining marbles. Shortly after, floor 10 and my new boots are mine. And not too far after that, we land on floor 15, but I don't think we have enough time to continue, so I sell some stuff to the Adventurers Guild. And with that, our busy bundle day is over, and we can continue crying tomorrow. Something I might try to make sure I do is as soon as I get an item for the bundles, we drop it off. Since there are so many things to remember, trying to hoard everything until the entire bundle is ready just doesn't seem like something that's going to work. But will the traveling cart lady have anything good? Hooray! A red cabbage seed already? I usually rely on getting one from the Skull Cavern, but hey girl, I'm gonna take that off your hands. But actually I can't afford it, so I run to Pierre's to sell some of my stuff pretty quick before actually buying it. I continue to chop down some trees to get our foraging level up for tappers, lightning rods, and some other things that I can't seem to remember right now. But I realize that there is actually a bundle that I could have been working on this entire time, because of course there is. It's the forest bundle. That's a tomorrow me problem. Good morning! Hello, it's me, Tomorrow Me. So the goal is the forest bundle. I realize I shouldn't have made all of the field snacks I did, but hey man, don't yell at me. I get to chopping and slashing down everything, and halfway through the day I'm out of energy. And I'm nowhere near my goal. But rummaging through town gives us some bean pot, and that fuels me to get back to it. Unfortunately, I come up one sapling short, but we're closer than when we started, so yay. Our first large round of parsnips, I get no gold-tiered crops. Now that I have the recipe, I make the fertilizer to better our chances at quality over quantity. Listen, like 2% is better than 0%, okay? We buy more parsnips just to sell our old ones to Pierre, and I run around the forest in hopes of finding some oak trees, and I do. Huzzah! It dawns on me that I don't have moss yet, but this bundle is as done as I can get it, which is what matters. This also means we can start making snacks again, which will help a lot in the mines and between our day-to-day activities until I get star drops. Usually I forget about tappers until I need a specific machine, but not this time. I will not forget. I will make copper early. I will tap the trees early. See, I told you I'd make them. No forgetting here. We'll have plenty of kegs for when I reach level 8. And with our crops watered, I decided it's been far too long since I've dived into a cave, and we must fix that immediately. We're starting at floor 15, which means hopefully we'll get to floor 25 if I'm really lucky, which is the opposite of my fortune, but hey, maybe it's opposite day. I clear out most of floor 16, so no, it's not opposite day. It's the regular old bad luck of me. I did find a fishing book that got me to level 4 fishing though, so that's pretty neat. After reaching floor 20, I decide to push my luck and push to 25. Who knows what can happen? I reached floor 25, that's what happened. I descended again and I raced for floor 30. Successfully, might I add. So sorry about your axe, Robin, but it's raining. My energy won't be halfway gone by 9 a.m., but no gold crops. Cool. At least we're almost done with the spring crops bundle, and I drop off our first flower in the garden bundle. I buy some more potatoes and decide on more green beans because the 5 I have right now isn't going to get the job done. I debate between going back to the mines or fishing. We already have the rainfish I need, so it wasn't a necessity. However, I love fishing. Plus, it actually is a necessity because I forgot about the quality fish bundle, which requires a gold shad. It's not so hard to get one, so we get it rather quickly, and I turn it in just as fast. Overall, it was a pretty productive rainy day. Editing me, don't let future me eat these cookies. I need them for a bundle, and you watching, don't let me forget either. You're just as responsible for this. Now a dilemma I faced was, do I get the wool now, it's 1700, or do I wait until I get sheeps? Sheeps are more expensive, but I need pigs for truffles because I do not trust this lady. I back out on the wool. Will I live to regret this? Find out in a future episode. The fishing adventure continues as I attempt to get a gold-tiered largemouth bass for the quality fish bundle. I am such a good fisherman. Apparently, I'm not a good farmer though, because I realized at 5 p.m. that I hadn't watered a single crab, so we fixed that, and I realized my blue jazz was done, so we drop it off at the community center as well. Plus, a crab I got in the mines that I never dropped off. Since tomorrow's the egg festival, I know I'll buy 20 strawberry seeds for the 20 speed grow that I'll get as a reward. We map out the area that I'm going to use, so I'm not wasting my time trying to get things organized the day or night of. How responsible of me. The day of, we get 2 gold parsnips, but no cauliflower. But we have what we need for tonight. Since Pierre's won't be open today, we'll sell our produce in the bin, and don't worry, I saved 1 cauliflower, there is nothing to worry about. With 3 hours before the festival starts, I make my 3rd organization chest, the mines-related chest. If it's not black, what are you doing? After clearing out the debris in the way, we prepare the land for our new crops. Now that it's time, we buy our strawberry seeds, and I never usually buy anything else from him. Sometimes the bunny, but not this year. This year, we beat Abigail. Rah! One of these years, I should block her so Vincent or Jazz wins, but not this year. Or next year for that matter. I'm a winner. I need this. And I won! Eat rocks, Abby. With this victory and our seeds, I grab the cauliflower in the chest and run to the community center, finishing our 2nd bundle and getting our reward. This also opens up the boiler room. We'll check out that bundle later when my back isn't against the wall. I get our soil fertilized and seeds are planted. I also have enough time to put down another scarecrow to protect my berries. We get our first golden green bean and carrot, but we don't really need gold carrots. It's a nice gesture though. Something that is certainly a gesture is that the traveling cart lady is offering me wool. Again. I turn it down. Again. I'm so stressed, guys. We go to Pierre's to restock our crops, and this time our money gets us 30 cauliflower seeds. I'm praying to Yoba and hoping this gets us our 5 golden crops. I had some leftover seeds and not enough space for them, so we clear out the next tiles quickly. The key word here is quickly, not cutely, not aesthetically pleasing, quickly. And with that, our farm is set up again, which means I can chomp a carrot and go to the mines. The first 5 floors weren't too bad, and honestly, the next 5 also weren't too bad. Usually these floors are kind of the worst, but maybe things are looking up for me. I realize I forget to show you the bundles from yesterday, so this is what we're working with for our boiler room. And this room only has 7 bundles instead of 9. So I'm gonna take my wins where I can. But why is the Winter Star bundle here? Most of this makes sense, except for this one. So it's safe to say we're not gonna be getting minecarts for a hot minute. Watering all of these crops really made me tired and wiped my energy, but luckily it is salmonberry season. Despite not having the bulletin bundles yet, from previous experience with remix bundles, I know we're going to need some for Linus's bundle and the children's bundle. Salmonberry season is around the 15th to the 18th, so I have to make sure I capitalize on this. Sure, I could rely on the fruit bat cave, but with my luck, by the time I get that unlocked, I'll only be getting spiced berries. While berry hunting, we find Robin's lucky axe. I wish we could use it, but oh well. I give Robin her axe in exchange for money because we like money. We finished the first day of hunting with 36 berries. Not too shabby. Yoba, I hate watering these crops. Zero, if you upgraded your watering can. Shut up, Timmy. Shut up. Our second day of berry hunting begins, and I think I only need 60 in total, but I want over 100. It gives me a peace of mind when I'm overlooking something, alright? And with this mod, it's pretty easy to overlook things. There's a lot of stuff. I end our hunt with 42 berries, giving us a total of 78 so far. Another berry, another day. And some of our crops are ready. We get 5 golden potatoes and 2 golden cauliflower, which is better than no gold cauliflower. I'll just have to really rely on the next batch of crops if I want to complete this season's portion before it's summertime. And since Pierre is closed, we'll just sell them to our bin and continue our daily chores. Hopefully this is the last day of salmonberry hunting, but I do find a funny looking berry that gave me gold. And a fun hat. Our tappers are also ready, so we grab some oak resin for our future kegs before heading over to the community center to drop off our potatoes. 1 out of 11. Yay. I eat some leftover berries before diving for some iron or reach our 5-floor goal before heading to bed. Our parsnips are also now ready. Hopefully I'll get 5 gold ones so I can focus on potatoes for XP and money. And I did get them. Now it's time to make our preserve jars to make even more money. I then see Pierre losing his business to Morris and Jojo. Obviously, because of this challenge, I'm not going to be going the Jojo route. I'm doing this for the Junimos, not for this town. Let's get that clear. I grab my potatoes and run back to plant them. Though, there's not enough time for another round of cauliflowers, unfortunately. Now, for some reason, I thought a coop was only 2,000 gold, and I was wrong. I'm now sad. I wash my sorrows down with some berries and go cave diving. Floors are important, but I also need coal from the dust sprites and a decent amount of iron. I eventually get to floor 50 and race home before it's 2 a.m. With some extra time, we craft 2 jars to throw our cauliflower in. The boiler room bundle is always fun to complete with my cave adventures, but the traveling cart lady doesn't seem to have anything to help with those bundles. Honestly, she's been giving me some good stuff, but a lot of these things are easy to obtain, so I'm waiting for something harder. I give Jody her cauliflower and finish our quest for the wizard for the prize ticket. We're going to need this later. I grab some goodies for the community center like my parsnips and gems. We're halfway done with the spring quality crops, and we put a decent chunk into the boiler room bundles. I still cannot believe the winter star bundle is here. That's ridiculous. Regardless of my feelings, we dive back into the mines, hoping to get closer to floor 80. I mainly just need all the floors open for resources like gold, mushrooms, squid ink, and that kind of stuff. I would like to make it to the bottom of the cave for the key to the skull caverns, but I don't really think there's anything in that cave that I need. I could get iridium from geodes, so we're gonna see how that goes. Thanks, Mom. With our strawberries ready for harvest, we sell the tiered ones to Pierre so we can finally have Robin build us a coop, since I forgot how expensive things are. And we're back in the caves. More floors! We even get another level of foraging done. See, the mines are good for more than just rocks. Our luck in the caves was a little weird, so after getting to floor 65, I decided it's best to drop some things off at the community center. I know it doesn't seem like it, but in the grand scheme of things, we are putting a pretty decent dent into these bundles. I think it was a good day. Our beans are grown, and we get 2 more gold green beans. We'll get at least another harvest or 2 from them before the season's over, so I'm remaining optimistic. And what does the traveling cart lady have? A feather and truffle! God, it's so expensive though. But I have to get the truffle now. The duck feather would be nice, but since I need duck eggs, I can only hope they drop me a feather. I see what I can sell to Pierre's, but it's still not enough. Luckily, my preserve jars were done, so we bring that over as well. Once I see that we hit 4,000 gold, I sprint over to buy the truffle, and I bask in my glory. The bulletin boards aren't open yet, but I drop off some foraging and boiler room items before sleeping to enjoy my victory. I won't lie, today was boring. I spent all of it cutting down trees. 1, because I need wood in general for a bunch of machines. 2, I always try to get my foraging up to level 6 before summer for lightning rods, because in summertime there are thunderstorms and I need a battery. 3, the stupid construction bundle. I know we don't have hardwood yet, but apparently I didn't have the stone either, which is odd, but I have been making a lot of preserve jars, so maybe that's where it's gone. I double checked the fish tank bundles to make sure I'm on track with everything. I'm gonna need to make crab pots soon, but that can wait. Wonderful rain, but no gold beans. I run to sell some things to Pierre so I can get my first 2 chickens from Marnie. Fried and floured. With the gloomy weather, we dive into the caves again, getting all the way to floor 70 to earn this stupid slingshot. The skeleton floors are perfect to get bones for the boiler room bundles, so I try to kill all the skeletons that I see. Shortly after, it's floor 75, and I'm 2 bones away, so we go back in. I get more bones than needed, and I make it to floor 80 before sprinting home to not pass out. Flower dance day and a huge farm day. Reserve jars are done, and look at all of these potatoes! And we get 2 more gold beans, which means we have another crop done. Since everything is closed today, we drop them off in the bin and water our remaining crops. We won't have enough time for another round of potatoes, and parsnips aren't really worth it if I'm being honest. Even though we're doing a special challenge, I still never have anyone to dance with during my first flower dance. Even in normal farms. It's okay. I'm not sad or anything. What's tripping me up is typically I have the boiler room done before summertime, but with all of these extra things, it's really cramping my style, guys. But on the bright side, we do have quality sprinklers now, so yay! Demetrius is finally here, and I will be getting the fruit bat cave, because let's be honest, mushrooms are pretty easy to get now compared to fruits. The season limit sucks on trees, but what can you do? So, I thought it was bronze, not gold for sprinklers. That was kind of embarrassing. This means back to the cave for gold. In my panic for our last cave dive, I never grabbed my boots. We do get those equipped, and we finally start cave diving. The first floor I dropped to, it kind of messed me up health-wise, but I try to continue my dive for gold. After 5 floors, we head over to sell things to Marlin before I continue my adventure for more gold and more pain. Towards the end of the night, we ended up completing not 1, but 2 bundles for the boiler room, which means the vault and the bulletin board are now open. All of these bundles are pretty much the same, except for Emily. Hers is now way worse, and we have some other people included, like Linus, Jody, and the kids. It's the moment of truth. Will we get the necessary cauliflower? Yes! Rah! I had golden cauliflowers from earlier batches, but what matters is I got 5 from this round alone. What a glorious moment. The first sprinkler is also nice. This lady, however, she keeps trying to get me to buy wool from her, and at this point, it feels like a sign that I'm choosing to ignore. I don't ignore completing the blacksmith bundle with that gold bar and dropping some other stuff off. Since things seem to be going well, I try my luck in the caves. Get my hands on some more gold, these slimes and evil Crobi. These shadow dudes are messing me up. It's floor 88, I'm in pain, but only 2 more floors. It'll be okay. It's not okay. It's an infested floor. I just have to not get hit. It's okay, I've done this before. Okay. Sure. I didn't actually want to get to floor 90 anyway, you know. It's kind of overrated. So instead we make some more sprinklers with what I have. And after a non-eventful evening, we drop some things off at the community center before crying myself to sleep. We're slowly getting some more sprinklers, and because of yesterday going so well, we jump back into the caves again. Things are going good. It's floor 89. This is where we died last time. Surely we're not going to die a second. Hi, Linus. No, nothing happened at all. I lost my weapon? I lost my will today. I saw some forageables that I was hoarding and to go to bed. Thanks, Marlin, I guess. The traveling cart lady actually had some interesting things. The peach I do want, and the truffle oil is something I also really want, but not for almost 6k gold. I get the peach for our artisan bundle and wonder if I'll regret the lack of oil I'm leaving with. I continue to just make some more sprinklers so summertime isn't the worst thing ever. Once I get to level 8 farming, I don't really need to focus on reaching level 10. It would be nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not super necessary for this particular challenge because we're getting more than enough gold crops, so time will tell. Once we drop off the peach, I try this cave again, because I will be victorious. I can only die twice in a row, not 3 times. That's not allowed. Check the rule book. See? Floor 90. I always believed in me. And we even get to floor 95 to avenge previous us. And with the rest of our night, I finished setting up sprinklers for most of our farm, so that way summertime we can focus on new season fishes, working toward the new boiler room bundles, bulletin board items, and making more money so we can get animals. But we really didn't focus on making money this season, which is pretty typical for me, so watch out for some change. With new seasons come new preparations, which means I have to retill everything and prepare our sprinklers. I messed this up. I didn't need to move it up like I did, but I didn't realize till it was too late. What matters though is we plant some of our summer crops. We will need to come back for more, but I want to make sure I don't overbuy anything. After I plant some of the other crops, we run back to get even more seeds for other bundles, like the garden and wild medicine bundles. Oh yeah, and the bulletin bundles. Oh, there's so much stuff to keep track of. With our flowers planted, we begin fertilizing everything. I want to finish the sticky bundle, but alas, I'd rather get some crops done first, so... I know what you're thinking.
Zero. If you upgraded your watering can, you wouldn't be doing this for so long.
Shut up, Timmy. This is a once-season issue. I'm going to suffer, so I save money for other upgrades that are more needed. I end the day by turning in some things for the community center before going to sleep for the first time this season. See, Timmy, it's not a big deal. My sprinklers are doing all the work and I'm hardly bothered. It's wonderful. And we'll be going into the mines so we can finish our sprinkler worries and focus on other things. We had some bad luck the last few times we made an attempt to go further into the mines, but with our fantastic luck, we get to floor 100 and receive our first star drop to make our lives that much easier. With that, we return to the surface to actually jump to the earlier parts of the mines for green slimes. Why? They're easy to farm for, obviously, slime, but also extra sap. After some more slimes and levels, we, funny enough, complete a monster eradication goal for the Adventurers Guild. Before we turn in for the night, I start smelting some more bars to make sprinklers to show Timmy who's boss. Random mystery noise happened in the middle of the night. Today is a very heavy focus on deforestation. I need to get a lot of wood for many different buildings, like getting a new barn and eventually upgrading our coop. It's just that I hate cutting down trees. I don't know what it is. Not the Lorax in me, it's just I don't really want to do it. It doesn't hit. But after getting a new level of foraging and fighting through some more trees, we finally get enough wood to run over to Robin's to get our barn built and placed. Since I don't have any tools upgraded, I can't clear out some of the areas that I would like to have in the long run, so short-term wise, this will work. I tried to farm some green slimes since it's not very heavy energy inducive, but I wasn't having any luck finding them, so I called it a night. With our farm fully automated, I gather some community center items to drop them off. Like I said, I know it doesn't feel like we're putting a dent into this challenge, but we are. Just trust me, homie. We drop off a bunch of different things to the bulletin bundles, my least favorite of them all if I'm being honest, but hey, it's better than nothing. I was a few slimes short, so I figured this would be a quick cave dive. Newsflash, it wasn't. It took most of the day to get a few slime to drop. I could find slimes, no problem. Having them drop their goop? No, this is kind of karma for not having a backpack. But guess what? I got it eventually, so hey, whatever. Normally I would do more, but I realized I haven't fished since the season started, so that's the new plan. Our first fishing day of the season, the first catch, the tilapia, yippee! Drop off some summer forageables and the fish before continuing again. We successfully caught 2 gold tiered tunas, one for the quality bundle and the other for just the regular fish bundle. I wanted to spread my luck to the lake and try to catch a sturgeon, but unfortunately, I did not get so lucky. So I run home and cry. Now, will we be lucky for our first harvest of the season? Yippee! We're lucky and get 6 gold hot peppers. We collect the eggs and turn them into Jody's bundle, along with the hot peppers for both of their respective bundles, moving one step closer to finishing them. Now that it's 9 AM, we go buy some cows from Marnie, Little Miss Betty, and Miss Choco. checking out our fruit bat cave. I haven't checked it out in a few days, and we get rather lucky with some artisan fruits. The only fruit tree I plan on buying is the apple tree, since that's the rarest fruit you can get from the cave, and I need 4 of them. We end up getting the cherry, orange, and apricot that we needed. After we drop them off at the community center, we return to our fishing adventures for a sturgeon. For a while, I was catching everything but what I needed, then Abigail started to play her flute in my ear. Maybe she's the fish whisperer? Or Yoba felt bad for me. Who's to say? But with that, another bundle is completed. I really need to make a crab pot soon, but for now, I focus on cutting down the trees with the rest of my time, so that way we can eventually repair the bridge on the beach. And I also just need a lot of wood, dude. So, the traveling cart lady had some interesting things. I do need the coral, and it would save me 300 wood, but that's 900 gold. And I couldn't remember if we needed a red mushroom. Turns out we don't, so I don't buy anything from her today. I instead start cutting down more trees in the forest to get more wood, and then I finally accept the truth. I should upgrade my axe. Even though I want to save my money, I need hardwood and just more wood, so I bite the bullet and support Clint's business. Not before needing to buy ice cream from Alex for the children's bundle. I then make the Grinch happy by eating some onions before diving back into the mines. We focus on a mix of resources like gathering plain old stone, copper, and whatnot. I didn't have much of a goal outside of getting that stuff, and I even got a monster compendium, so hey, look at that. Most of the time, I hate this little lady, but for this challenge, oh my god. Hi, bestie, thank you. With our new best friend of the crop fairy, our flowers are done, which is fantastic. Not only because we're that much closer to completing the garden bundle, but we also can plant some other crops we needed, like squash and red cabbage. With the start of the second week of summer, we are essentially in the middle of the challenge. I wanted to try and complete this by the end of year 1, and I think we're on good pace considering how intense this challenge is, even without an added time crunch. I make sure to drop off our goodies before I forget, and Emily's bundle still stresses me out every time I look at it. The main reason I wanted to plant a lot of summer spangles is to give them to Caroline to get 2 hearts of friendship with her so I can have her tea saplings. I don't want to just sell tea saplings for money, it's a boring strategy for me. I'll only be using them for tea leaves so I can make tea for the brewers bundle. Now obviously if the traveling cart lady has it, oh, I'm gonna buy it. We return to the mines for more resources, and we end up with a lot of geodes, which is nice. Overall, it was a pretty nice day. Our copper axe is ready, and all of these peppers are just for us to make profit with. I decided that similar to the axe, we should upgrade the pickaxe too. But before leaving, we check the fruit bat cave, and we get 2 pomegranates. This is why we choose Gatherer, folks. For this. We turn that into the wizard's bundle and the artisan bundle before I do something dumb with it. I trade my pickaxe for an axe. I realize that I should have brought my geodes to break down, because Gunther gives us a free star drop seed when we donate 50 items, and that is crucial for Emily's bundle. And we're lucky because we get exactly 3 more items from the magma geodes. Because of that, it puts us at 15 items donated. We resume our deforestation duties. We're so good at cutting down trees that we level up our fishing skill. Because that's how that works, right? Listen, these barns, coops, and bridges, they're not going to upgrade themselves, alright? I can't rely on buying wood from Robin either, since our money is already a pain in my leprechaun hat. Speaking of which, we repair that bridge to get our hands on some more coral and sea urchins. Both are necessary. I also remember that I have a recycler. If you're trying to get cloth but don't want sheep or rabbits, there is a 10% chance of getting it from recycled newspapers. So hopefully we'll be lucky, but who knows. I plant our starfruit so it's ready later on in the season, and with our new axe we get some hardwood. And look at cloth, whoa! I sprint to turn it in along with some other items. Now that we finished the construction bundle, this gave us a woodcutter. I can't say that I've ever used one, but hey, it's neat. We also finished the summer foraging bundle, and Artisan and Emily's bundles are one step closer to being completed. What a fantastic day! Love you, Emily, but all of my cloth is going to be used for money and bundles. We start the morning with a little bit of a tree eradication and head over to the beach to catch some special fish, specifically the pufferfish. I do seem to catch everything in the water except for a pufferfish, but I eventually catch it. With that, I head over to the mines to try to get some of the other special fish like the ghost fish and lava eel. These fish aren't locked behind time or season, so it's not really a time-sensitive task, but I might as well try for it since I got the puffer fish earlier. I only end up getting the ghost fish, but no lava eel, which is okay. It was a kind of a boring day, but still productive. It's finally going to rain tomorrow, so I get my lightning rods ready for it. I need some batteries for the boiler room bundles, plus I don't want any of my crops to get destroyed if I can help it. While I wait for the quartz to refine, the luau opens because I totally didn't forget about that. We chop more trees down. I can never remember what to put in the pot, but it's also not a big deal since we're not going for friendship points. I put an egg in. Who doesn't like eggs? He doesn't like eggs. I don't like the governor. It looks like I can only make 2 lightning rods, but that's okay. I make them before going to bed. The rain is here, along with some crops ready for harvest. Tomatoes and hops. I don't need quality tomatoes, but I do need 5 hops, so we wait till tomorrow. Our chickens finally gave us some large eggs, 1 of each as well. Will the traveling cart lady have anything good? No? That's fine. I could get the fairy rose, but that's way more than what the seed would cost, so I decided to wait for it. And waiting is what I do outside of Marnie's house so I can get a milk pail and more hay for the animals.
That's 0 if you had a silo.
I don't want to hear it, Timmy. Shut up. Now that it's finally raining, we catch some rainfish. Don't worry, we drop things off at the community center first. But apparently, I needed 5 refined quartz. Anyway, to the ocean. Not too long after, we caught our red snapper to finally complete the ocean fish bundle. With the rest of our day, I decided to jump into the mines to get more stone for all of those pesky building upgrades that will never be satisfied. Not long after, we head home to finish another productive day. Melons are done and ready. Will we get this in one go? We actually doubled the numbers. Sweet. Now that we don't have to stress about it, we can just focus on profit, and our energies on quality blueberries and corn for the season. Corn can grow in summer and fall, so we'll have time to wait on that. We drop off some other items to continue our progression. I get some more melon seeds from Pierre before heading back to the farm to get work done on the usual chores. All of my tree cutting and stone gathering gets us more than enough for a barn or coop upgrade. I was torn on the decision, but ultimately decided on a barn upgrade because by the time it's done, I'll hopefully have enough stuff to upgrade the coop. Then the barn again. It does take 10 days for pigs to mature, and I still need truffle oil. I will also need rabbit's feet and duck feathers. There's a lot of stuff I need. I decided to jump into the mines for more stone, and I might as well see if I can get the ink from the squid kid. Getting to floor 105 was easy. I don't want to talk about 109. That was a mean floor. It's the bat's fault. I go to sleep. Not because I'm sad, but because I wanna. And look at that! Eggs! Time to get crafty with it. The green rain is here, which means we're fern hunting. Not before getting all of the gold-tiered blueberries for this bundle. The regular ones are nice too, but the gold is what we need. We also get our hands on squash, which is nice. I see my first fern tree and cut him down before running over to the community center to start finishing some bundles. And look at that! A quality sprinkler. How neat. And with green rain, we also have enough moss for the forest bundle. We get a charcoal kiln. Gross. At least Gus and Emily are 1 item closer to being done. Something fun with the green rain is that there's a lot more trees that spawn, which means more opportunities for wood and sap. Normally, you can't cut trees down in town, but right now it won't count because the green rain makes trees pop up everywhere. I was focusing on so many other things that I totally forgot it's Sunday, which means traveling cart lady time. She didn't have much. Yeah, fried egg, but if I make a cookout kit, I can make it for basically free, so away I go for treats. At the end of the night, I see that we have way more sap than I originally thought, so we finish the sticky bundle. I drop it off before going to bed, and I see that I get tree fertilizer. I don't know how to feel about that. I also completely forgot about the kegs, so I make some super quick so we can get started on the brewer bundles. We can make a pale ale and wine right now. We'll just need to set up a bee house so we can get honey for mead, and once I get some veggies, we'll turn it into juice. And tea leaves, which is a future me problem. We're entering the second half of the season, so there are plenty of things we still need to get done before fall comes around. Apparently, I don't have a beehive, so we fix that. We take our harvested corn and drop it off for a few different bundles, which means the quality crops are done for this season. Thank Yoba. The pantry bundle is starting to get closer to being done. A few things are stressing me out, but hey, it'll be okay, right? I don't like crab pots, but I have to make them. So we head to the mines to get some coal, iron, and some other stuff. Honestly, some people like to cut down trees for coal, but the dust sprites are just more entertaining than deforestation. After some time, I call it a night and decide to drop off some things like the white algae to the forageable bundles. I realize I could have done this sooner, but at least I'm doing it now. Our machines are done, so we replenish them before we head to bed for the night. Another day, another milking session. I'm sorry. With our crop bundles done, all of these extras are purely profit for our pockets. Now, I can only make 2 crab pots, which is okay for now. We'll get more. This brewer bundle, though, we will get it done. It'll just take some time. And I'm making sure I don't sell anything important on accident, so... We drop off our large milk before we head over to the ocean to put our crab pots in the water. With our iron being done smelting, we craft another crab pot before heading back to the cave. I don't know where to put these since I never really use them. I can feel you yelling at me through the screen. Please, stop it, I'm fragile. So here's my predicament with this episode. I need Ancient Seed for a bundle. It takes 28 days to grow without Speed Grow, and I don't have a seed maker yet. My best chances, aside from hoping for it in a treasure chest while fishing, is to be in the mines and killing grubs, cave flies, and bugs. They all have a 0.5% chance of dropping. It's low, but not zero. Slight spoiler, this is going to take a while, and a long while of trying. On a positive note, our red cabbage is ready for harvest. We're that much closer to finishing Emily's bundle. Technically, we're halfway done, but that's better than not being halfway done. We also fund Pam's drinking problem by delivering her a fresh pale ale for money, because I need it. Now that it's Wednesday and Marnie is working for once, we buy our goat from her in hopes to get a large goat milk, naming her Billy because, well, we're original. I will say a lot of today was running around doing not the most important stuff, but sometimes with challenges like even this one, I need a day off. I refocus and head back into the mines and try to find an ancient seed. And if you're thinking, what if the traveling cart lady has it? She won't sell the fruit, and due to a recent update, she stopped selling the seed as well. We can only buy the rare seed for a sweet gem berry. No luck at all, we leave the mines without an ancient seed, and I cry myself to sleep. The day begins with typical morning chores and tending to our animals. I finally got my 10 milk needed for Jody's bundle. We still have a long ways to go before the bulletins are done, but at least we'll be making some progress. Our crab pots aren't making any progress for us, though. I sell some stuff to Pierre so I can have it now because, well, why not? The mines had me a little defeated, so before diving back in there, I cut down some trees on the farm to get resources. It'll be nice to make a cheese press since we don't need the milk for anything. It's still not a lot of money, but it is something. As I head up to the mines, I see we have a snail. That's something we need. I continue the search for ancient seeds in the mine. The early floors aren't difficult to deal with, it's just annoying since it's a really small drop chance. I understand why it's like that, and normally it's not a big deal to me, but no, I have to have it for this specific challenge. So many bugs, so many flies, so many ways to be disappointed. Our honey and some crops are done. The honey is needed for our mead and the artisan bundle, so in another couple of days we should be good for both. We finally remembered to make a cheese press. We do technically need cheese and goat cheese for bundles still. After that, though, full profits. Welcome back, Miss Traveling Cart Lady. What do we have today? Honestly, I'm surprised the game doesn't ask for anything pickled in these bundles. I feel like that's something they should do. I know morels can be forged in the secret woods during fall, but I don't want to tempt Yoba right now. I got scared and I bought it. We had 3 items to donate. They were all to different bundles, but it's still 3 items we don't need to think about anymore. I am still thinking about the stupid seed I need. The seed that keeps running away from me no matter how many bugs I squish. And I've been squishing them, I swear. Every floor. Every bug I see, I'm taking them down. I even accidentally get another eradication goal complete from this. After heading home, we decide to sell some extra gems and crops I've been sitting on. Since we're not trying for perfection, there's really no reason to keep these for gift giving or anything. Our rainy day starts like every generic day. Get some crops, check on the animals, get my materials for the day. We do have enough gold and resources to upgrade our barn to the final tier. As long as I get 1 pig before fall is over, we'll be set for the truffle, because I need it for the truffle oil. I can get the coop in the 1st or 2nd week of fall. I cut down a few trees before jumping into the mines for another attempt for an ancient seed. At this point, I'm really wondering if I should just fish and hope for treasure chests to get it that way, but whatever. Honestly, I wish there was just more I could tell you. It's just been me killing every single bug that's ever existed in Stardew. I'm so tired of this. So we pivot. Deforestation at its finest. I really only need wood for the coop upgrades. I could make more preserve jars and stuff, but it's not a need. I also realized we don't really need to be clearing out the farm for buildings since they've almost finished their purpose, but hey man, we're learning things together, which is why we're going to sleep on the things that we have learned. Our crops are done, and the kegs are too, which means our brewer's bundle is getting closer to being finished. It is also Sunday, meaning the traveling cart lady is here. Will she have any goodies? The answer is no. The apple seed is more expensive here than at Pierre's, so no, I will not buy it, Miss Lady. 2 more drinks down, 2 to go, which we should get this done before the season's over, so I'm crossing my toes. We sell everything to Pierre so I can afford the sapling. I kind of forgot to actually buy the thing before running down to the beach, but hey, we got a shrimp. That's something I also need for the crab pop bundle. I then run back before buying it, and then I plant it in front of the cave, so I never forget it's there. On the way to the mountain crab pots, we woo Caroline for some tea leaves. Periwinkle, that's another item that's needed. I don't usually care about them, but hey, it's something. With the shrimp, we are now 2 items closer. That's the theme of today, apparently. And look, our meat is ready. We quickly restock our kegs with hops and finish the night out with checking what we're missing for our pantry bundle. We still have another week before fall is over, so we're doing pretty good. I'm still stressing out about the ancient seed, but I have to have faith. It's the beginning of the end. Okay, well that's a little dramatic. But it is the final week of summer, so we have some work to do. Our star fruit is ready. Emily's bundle will be happy. Before we turn it in though, I head to the ocean to try to catch an octopus. It's kind of a tricky fish and we need it for the Master Angler bundle. It sucks. It's okay, because after some time we catch it and I turned it in before I'm dumb and I sell it on accident. And with that, it's back to the mines. I know our luck isn't good, but with the lack of bugs or anything, it's just been weird in here. At least overwhelm me with monsters. I'm a bit underwhelmed, I'd have to say. However, look at that. We can now have mystery boxes. The artisan bundle is getting closer and closer to being finished. We'll have the honey and goat cheese ready before today is over. Our meat is also ready, so we grab some other items we haven't turned in yet before racing over to the community center. We'll get some wool from the rabbits and large goat milk soon. The bulletin board is certainly something, but it's a something with progress. I don't want to look at the boiler room bundles though, because the winter bundles make me so sad, I cannot lie. I remember that since I have 2 hearts with Caroline, we will get a cutscene for the tea saplings. A fun tip for you guys, if you do this cutscene on the last week of a season, you'll actually get a tea leaf after it's done, meaning I don't have to plant it and wait. Our crab pots didn't produce anything good since we need crawfish and lobster. I don't know if I can catch them here in the ocean or if the pots need to be somewhere else. I have 2 seasons to figure it out. And guess where we spend the rest of our day? It's the mine. I do not get the ancient seed, but I do get my first mystery box, and that's all I get, so I go to bed and I cry about it. We do get our tea saplings, but I don't need the recipe, so it's nice to have in spirit, I guess. We do also get our crawfish from the river. Unfortunately, the ocean isn't nice to us, so no lobster. Our fish bundles are getting pretty full. I will get a pond built next season for the farmer bundle, though. I'm hoping I can find the row book so it can speed up the process. God, I'm tired of these caves. I love the caves. I think they're genuinely fun. Trying to get an ancient sea drop, though, is making me go crazy. I have officially lost all of my marbles. Part of me almost wishes I counted every single bug I've killed to see how bad our luck has been. I'm not going to go back and count them, but let's just say if there was a bug charmer ring like the slime ring, I'd have 10 of them. Now, I've watched the footage so many times editing this, and I cannot tell you how it dropped, but it did! I sprint out of the mines with my ancient seed. I refuse to lose this thing. With how early the night still is, I decide to take the rest of the evening to cut down some trees to be a little productive before I drop the seed off with Gunther. Our melons are ready, and our tea. How glorious! I gather the items for the community center and Gunther. Then check out our crab pots, which neither of them had a lobster or crabs. Whack. On the bright side, we donate the seed and get one back. We have plenty of time to grow it now, and it'll be ready before the end of fall. Goat cheese and tea are donated, one more bundle is completed, and we are given a keg. Look at everything else we need. I'm really thinking we can finish this room by fall. I don't think we can get the foraging room done before winter, but it's nice to know this will be off my mind. I'm hoping to get a rabbit's foot by winter, though. Our vault room is almost completed. With another 20k, we'll be able to travel to the desert and get some of the items we need. I'm shocked at the solar panel. I can't lie, I don't know why we don't get this without the mod. They're better in the desert, but oh well. The ancient seed is planted, and I want speed growth so it grows faster, but apparently I need bones. And we had exactly 5 bones for speed growth. I'll use it for the ancient seed and the rare seed later. Since we don't need the mines currently, I decide to fish for some money. We do need another 20k for the vault bundle on top of upgrading the coop for rabbits. Well, and the animals I need to buy. I need money, okay? Have you seen the economy? But who needs money when you have knowledge? Foraging knowledge. The last Friday of the season, and it's raining. No large goat milk yet. So this lady has some things for me. I don't need the Nautilus shell yet, since I could wait till winter, but I buy it off of her because past me is still suffering from not finishing the community center in fall because of this item. And I need a rare seed anyway. I can't plant it till fall, but I have it. No lobster here. Hay is, though, since Marnie's working for once. And still no lobster. But we turn in Demetrius's bundle. As I was selling a bunch of stuff I was hoarding, I realized something. I need purple mushrooms. 6 of them, actually. And while I could do mushroom logs, I could get lucky with a mushroom level spawning in the red parts of the mines, so mines I return. Plus, apparently we have a red slime quest, so I do it as a double whammy. I eventually found myself at floor 110 and thought, well, I might as well try for the bottom, it is only 10 more floors. Plus, I need iridium from the Skull Cavern, so it only makes sense. I only get to floor 115 for tonight, but tomorrow will be different. Just you wait. But can we just look at the money from selling geodes? Normally, this would be a bad idea, but again, I don't need the museum, so yippee! We start the day by selling more things before grabbing my pine tar for another bundle. Then we check the crab pots. To be met with disappointment and sadness. I do check in with a few villagers to get money for quests, mainly Lewis for red slimes and George for the pepper. Oh, and Demetrius needed a melon. With that, we turn in our pine tar. All that's left is desert forageables, which won't be a problem because the vault room is our first totally finished bundle. We don't have to worry about it anymore, and we can now head to the desert to finish the others. To celebrate, we head to the mines to finish it out, all the way to floor 120, get that final chest, get that skull key, and how do we celebrate this? By playing Junimo Kart, so I can get the machine. A machine I don't need. It is simply a want, not a need. A misconception I hear a lot is that you need to complete the arcade games for perfection. You do not need to do that. I am simply a guy who likes to suffer. But hey, have you gotten the secret level in Junimo Kart like me? If you get every single fruit, coin, and you don't die, you'll get a secret level. This is only possible on the first floor though. You can't get this on endless mode, it's only on progression. Trust me, I've tried. But yeah, when it says perfect next to the fruit, you'll know you got it. Plus, it skips the ice level. The level's nice because every 100 coins, you get another life as a reward. Kind of cool. Anyway, enjoy my montage of Junimo Kart excellence. If you are intimidated by my unrivaled skill, please skip to the number on the screen. It's somewhere. I don't know, dude. I'm just a voiceover. But this voiceover is a winner! Thank you, Junimo Kart development team. I will take this, and my goats now have large milk. Heck yeah! The traveling cart lady didn't have anything for me. The beet is kind of crazy overpriced because Sandy's gonna sell it to me for way cheaper. I turned that in and the bream I caught the other night before I forget and get busy with fall stuff. The desert trader is my favorite because he gives me bombs. I like bombs. And we get 2 more forageables needed for that bundle. And we meet Sandy. Hi, Sandy. And this is why we don't buy the beet seeds earlier. I know it costs 500 gold to get to the desert, but even with that, it's not worth the 800 from earlier. We enter the Skull Caverns. My goal is to get an iridium ore and leave. It's a bad luck day. Plus, I don't have enough resources to get that far anyway. And look at that, an iridium ore. Pam, let's go. Take me home. Another bundle is completed, and we get food that I probably won't eat. We also finished the engineer's bundle. Only we didn't have to deal with these other 2, then this room would also be done. I spend the rest of the day before the festival cutting down some trees so we can get the coop upgraded. Once we get it upgraded, I will maybe buy a backpack. I will think about it. After some time, we head to the Moonlight Jellies and watch them do their thing. I like watching them on the first year of a farm. Afterward, it's kind of whatever to me. What a way to end the season. The dent is getting bigger and bigger. We are slowly finishing this challenge as we are halfway through. The pantry will be done by the end of fall, since most of these only grow in that season. Foraging bundle won't be done till winter though. Even if I grow winter seeds in my greenhouse, I can't grow holly. I learned that the hard way. The remaining fish will be caught next season. The fishing farmer bundle might take a little bit more time, but we'll see how it goes. If I'm being completely honest, the bundle that's stressing me out the most is the Winter Star bundle. The stuffing and plum pudding have me worried, but it's okay. Well, I hope it's okay. As for the bulletin board bundles, they will be complete. I just need some time to get the items, but that's kind of the theme of this whole challenge, I guess. The first day of fall will be a busy day. We have to clean out the old crops that aren't going to help us now. Luckily, with how high level we are, I'm hoping that we'll get our gold crops relatively quick. I plant the crops we bought earlier in the year like the beet and sweet gemberry. I'm hoping they grow rather quickly because we're putting speed grow, but we'll see. So we get our seeds, and I would like to preface, I do in fact forget a crop, but that's okay. I remember the fairy roses, so that's what really matters here. I'll have plenty of time to grow our gold tiered yams, and worst case, we can make emergency sprinklers. With the start of a new season, new fish are to be caught. By me, the pro fisherman. Realistically, aside from the fish farmer bundle, we can almost finish the entire room. The only thing we'd have to wait on is the blobfish, since I can only get that during the night market in winter seasons. I catch the tiger trout and find the remaining fall foraging to finish another bundle. First day and 2 bundles are completed. Toward the end of the season, we'll have the quality crops done, and a vast majority of these are already done. We're making fantastic progress for it only being the first day. I don't know about y'all, but the bulletin board is really my least favorite bundles to do. I don't know why, it just is. Now, something I realize, I need purple mushrooms, and I don't have any mushroom logs. Mainly because I don't understand the spawn chances with it. I know it depends on the tree, and then this and that and the other thing, but I don't want to bother. So the mines are where we're going in hopes for a mushroom level. And look at this, a mushroom level. Oh my god, why is every monster here? This isn't great. It's really not. I could play it safe and eat a mushroom or try my luck to not get hit. I know it's not a great luck day, but in Yoba's capitalistic world, what is this? I can't risk it, so I eat a mushroom so I can leave with at least 2 instead of 1. And it ended up being 3, so that's a win. We drop off our mushrooms so in case I do die, I don't lose them. Unfortunately for us, I don't find any more mushrooms, so we head home and call it a day. Not before giving Juno a little hat that we found. It's a bit of a crunch time for getting animals and building upgrades, so we get our coop upgraded for ducks. I spend the morning after cutting down more trees since we'll need another upgrade for the coop. That darn rabbit's foot. I hope Hatmouse doesn't mind the lack of trees around their house now, but it'll grow back eventually. Probably. I don't know what I walked into, but I'm gonna leave. So for this challenge, the bulletin board isn't really important, but depending on what we could get, it could give us some quick and easy money. Financially, we only need another coop upgrade and then a fish pond or 2. Those are the big money hitters. Besides that, we're not really focusing on money anymore. Demetrius' quest is pretty easy since I like the fish, so why not? He pays us for the fish we catch, and I can sell the ones that I do catch. It's a double whammy, and I like whammies. I only caught 9 fish because there was a lot of trash, but that's okay. My little Harvey needs a gold bar. I can do that. And I will try to catch the remaining fish today. I don't think it should be a problem, but who's to say? Sometimes the spirits are out to get me. Other times they look out for me. If you didn't know that you can sell stuff to Willy, well now you know, you can get more space pretty quick. After a little longer, we get our hands on the final fish and head over to Lewis's to use our new ticket for some broccoli seeds. Now, I tried to give Harvey the gold bar, but he's closed, so back to the caves for more mushrooms. They are fairly rare to get, not as rare as the ancient seed last season, but still not a super common thing. Luckily, we get an ink to drop from a squid kid for our fish bundle, which is nice. There are some victories this evening. I take my victory before going to sleep. Our wheat and beet are ready, and so the traveling cart lady's in town. What will she have? A truffle oil! Let's go. I'm running to put this away immediately. It looks like we just need 4 more apples to complete 2 different bundles. In due time, folks, in due time. Now we have to buy new seeds for more bundles to complete them, like the yams I forgot about and the purple wheat thing. I'm hoping the basic fertilizer will give us the boost I need, because there's really not a lot of crops I've planted, but it's fine. I finish another bundle. It's Demetrius's bundle. As we were deforestating more of the town, one of the trees gave us the last mystery box we needed for the helpers bundle. So I ran back to the community center. Again, Stardrop tea isn't really useful right now, but it's okay. Our first round of eggplants are ready, and we only get 4 golden ones, but whatever. I'm waiting on it to be blackberry season so I can finish Linus's bundle. The plums are also needed, but we'll get those in due time in this season at some point. Now, I really want to try and upgrade my coop again so I can get the rabbit's foot. I'm just really glad we got the truffle oil yesterday so I don't have to buy the pigs now. We fish a little before realizing that it's Saturday and Willy isn't at his shop. I pivot and jump into the caves to try to get a purple mushroom. I couldn't find any purple mushrooms, but I did find a bunch of monsters who wanted the smoke. So they caught these hands and my sword. I couldn't catch a mushroom, so I went to bed and I cried about it. No new crops are ready, but corn is nice money. Time to head over to the traveling cart lady and look at that, a scorpion carp. I think I need this. Now, don't get me wrong. I could catch this, but this is simply the easier method, so thanks, Miss Lady. I also head over to Robin to get our final upgrade for our coop. How fantastic. And now that we have our last building upgrade, I upgrade my axe with Clint so we can go to the secret woods. I still need a wood skip, so this is the next responsible step. See, I can be responsible when I want to be. With no axe, we head into the mines for more mushrooms. And you know, for being a good luck day, it really doesn't feel like a good luck day. Because why is everyone so angry with me? What did I do? They are all angry, and all I wanted was a purple mushroom. I don't need this. I don't need this. It's relaxing in here. I swear. It heals me. I like it here. Cranberries are done. We don't need gold ones, though. I don't recall buying this duck, but I did apparently. It's now blackberry season, so we run to collect as many as we can. We only need 50, but hey, we'll get as many as I can. It looks like we get more than enough and even have some leftovers. Now all that's left for him is the plums. I spend the afternoon fishing in the lake because we can hopefully get our hands on some walleyes. We need two, one has to be gold and the other quality doesn't really matter. We get the first one, which isn't gold, but hey, that's okay, because shortly after, we do get a golden one. With that, not one, but two more bundles are completed. We get a new bobber and a glow ring that I may or may not wear, who knows. I try for more mushrooms, and you know what? I actually do end up finding a mushroom. It's only one, but that's one more than we had to begin with, so this is a win in my book. The bundles are dropping by the day. It's great. A lot of these bundles are down to the last item or two, which is wonderful. Are some of the items a bit annoying to get? That is neither here nor there. I haven't been able to get a lobster from these crab pots, so I'm hoping by moving them that might fix things and my luck will improve. My axe is ready from Clint, so we grab that before swallowing my pride in buying a backpack. I'm only doing this for the Skull Caverns. It was my decision. No other factors were involved in this. Pam, take me to the desert, please, and thank you. We trade my quartz for more bombs. They do, in fact, make the world go round. So, these are two things I'm hoping for in these mines. One, iridium, and two, a rabbit's foot. I really doubt we're going to get the rabbit's foot, but the iridium, we are going to have to go a little bit lower in the mines, but it's okay. Usually around floor 30 is where it can sometimes start to spawn, so who knows how far we can go. Far enough to get this stupid swirly floor. These are the banes of my existence. Whose bright idea was this anyway? I just want to talk. I just want to talk. After that ugly, dumb floor, the next few floors are pretty normal. A serpent here, a large slime there, and a hole there. Oh, and looky here, a Pepperex. Do you think we could get a dino egg? I guess not, but what would I do with a dino egg for this farm? Give it up for number 2, folks! Whoa! Well, if this isn't karma, I don't know what is. But it's okay. Oh, it's not okay. Oh, it's not. Oh, God. Oh, please. Okay, well, that sucked. That was not good. Hey, Harvey. Sorry about your gold bar the other day. Dude, I lost my sword? Hey, man, at least it wasn't the rabbit's foot, okay? I run as fast as my little legs will take me to the community center to complete yet another bundle, Rasmodius's bundle. And here we are, one step closer to finishing Emily's bundle. Marlin, I seem to have lost my sword. I feel his disappointment, even in my dreams. Mr. Quee is proud of me, and Marlin is still disappointed in me. And we get our duck egg! I now stand in front of Marnie's and wait to buy an animal for wool. I really should have bought it back in spring and summer from the traveling cart lady, but alas, how was I supposed to know how good my skills are? I get the rabbit because they'll drop the wool, and I don't need shears. And will the beach hold goodies? A lobster! Guys, I'm the Stardew Valley professional. And look at that. Yet another bundle is finished. I am the bundle master. To help continue the progress, I finally asked Robin to build me a pond for all of the roe and preserved roe. Following the theme of fish, I head over to the desert so we can catch the sandfish and to trade for artifact troves. This way, we'll hopefully get the ancient doll. After fighting with the scorpion carp, we catch the sandfish. To no one's surprise, there was no doll. Oh, disappointment because of Clint. I head over to the secret woods and attempt to try to catch a wood skip. It's not that hard of a fish to catch, so I just need to wait. And after some waiting, we are finally rewarded. All of the bundles we could get done for this room so far are done. We'll make progress on the fish farmer bundle later on in the season and into wintertime. The boiler room bundles are a little similar, especially the winter star bundle. Our eggplants are ready, which means we are another step closer to completing 2 more bundles. I prepare my backpack for a skull cavern run. I need another iridium ore for Emily's bundle, then we can make a bar. So close, yet so far. Take me away, Pam. I have ore to gather. Getting red cabbage seeds in here is always funny to me. I don't need it, but hey, I have it. Early levels, there usually isn't a lot of iridium unless there is an iridium crab bug thing. Even in my challenge runs, I don't like using ladders. I do things the complicated way. More entertaining that way. We get rather lucky and start to find some single ore nodes of iridium. Honestly, I couldn't remember how much I had at the farm, so I continued until I had at least 5, or till I run out of time. Who's to say? Who knows? I left the mines with 8 ore, so there was more than enough for a single bar. The bar is ready, and so is the amaranth? The purple wheat stuff, okay? If I said it wrong, sue me. And the fruit cave gave us an apple? Things are really going too well right now. I'm a little bit afraid. The traveling cart lady humbles me though. The pumpkin would be nice, but it's gonna be ready in 2 days, so I'll just wait for it. With that, we now finish the artisan bundle. The oil maker isn't needed, but hey. We are also 1 item away from completing Emily's bundle. With the extra purple crop, we give it to Marnie for extra gold. With the rest of the afternoon, we do a little bit of fishing so we can fill our pond. We have no roe whatsoever, and I don't really want to put a chub in a pond, so salmon will do. After we put him in his new home, we head to the mines in hopes for a mushroom floor. And oh my god, a mushroom floor. Count them, 2 purple mushrooms, the exact amount I needed. So we race home to get another shroom. Another day, another bundle completed. Just 1 more for this room. I think it's funny that Abigail's birthday is right before pumpkins are ready to be harvested. She couldn't just wait 1 more day to be born, really. But our fairy roses are ready, and the broccolili. The garden bundle is complete. Look at that, another bee house for more money that I don't really need anyway. I head down into the mines to try and catch a lava eel for the master angler bundle. I can't catch the blobfish until winter, but hey man, I can do this now. Floor 100 kind of sucks to get anything. Yeah, the lava eel has a low bite rate, but getting cave jellies here is almost worse. I hardly get any, I swear. I do catch my first lava eel though, so I just need to complain more out loud apparently. A little embarrassingly, I forgot that I put a salmon in here yesterday. Oh well, I can make another one for this guy. I didn't have much to do, so I headed over to the desert to get more artifact troves to finish the children's bundle. The artifact doll is the only artifact I really need in this challenge. There is no real reason for me to do Gus's quest, but I like helping him out. Not that I'm complaining about how well things are going, but I was kind of hoping for things to be, I don't know, more stressful? Our pumpkins are done and ready, which means 1 more bundle is now complete and ready to be turned in. But first, the traveling cart lady, she has cloth. If there was a way to revert that to wool, I'd be happy. Oh well. I just need yams, and then this bundle is all over. The fall crops are officially done. And a seed maker. Look at that. How nice. Not. Linus's bundle, however, is done, and looky there, tappers. Something else there that I don't really need. I head over to Pierre's to sell my leftover pumpkins. Gus's bundle still needs maki rolls, so I get the rice needed for that, and we buy 100 wheat flour for Jody's bundle. I was tempted to make a mill, since I never really do that, but in all honesty, I didn't want to do it. We head over to Clint's in hopes to get that doll, and I do! Dude, what the heck? And the non-needed cherry on top, I finished Gus's omelet request. With that, we have 2 more bundles from the bulletin boards done. Jody gives us a complete breakfast, and the kids give us batteries? Once we get home, I plant 2 sprinklers worth of yams for the quality bundle, and some pumpkins because why not get some cash. And right before Robin closes for the day, we rush over to have her build another pond for our lava eel. I don't know how likely either fish is to give us rope, so we'll find out. As the second half of fall approaches, we have less than 20 slots to go before we finish the community center. Yeah, I know some slots require 5 or 15 items, but it won't be that hard to get. Most of these will just need time and obviously getting to the right season. Things like wool and duck feathers will just take time for our animals to drop them. The winter forageables, obviously I have to wait till winter time because of the holly. And the recipes we need to cook can be cooked with the cookout kit. We don't need to upgrade the house. I'm really excited to get closer to finishing this challenge, but we still have some ways to go. We are down to the last few crops for the pantry bundles, some yams, both of the rare crops, and some wool. We have a few different winter forageables that we're waiting on until winter time. Those stupid fish road too. And some other stragglers here and there, but we'll get to that when due time. In due time. We slowly start to get our fish row and see how many yams we'll get. Only 3, but that's our first harvest. There are plenty still growing, and it's only 2 we need, so pretty easy numbers. Our rabbit Bugs is still a baby, so we need him to grow up before we can get wool. Some of the dishes we need can be found in the trash can at Gus's or even be sold by him. Before we could check, we get his special order cutscene of the largest omelet I've ever seen. Still not enough eggs for me, though. All that sitting for Gus just to give me nothing. So I do what any sane farmer would do. I play Junimo Kart on endless mode. My best ever record, I think, is 185,000. One day, I'll get the world record. Or I could cry about it. Honestly, it's kind of whatever happens first. Another day, another row, but today's the Stardew Valley Festival, and sure, I don't need anything from this festival. Well, that's a lie. I need to defeat Pierre. Crush his hopes and dreams, actually, and we have exactly what we need to do so. There's a handful of different items you can use to get a lot of points, but I only need 90 points to beat that 4-eyed loser. He can feel the defeat coming, look at his glasses quiver, the fear, and oh my Yoba, I won. Who could have guessed this? Also, I want the star drop from the prize booth. I know I don't really need it, but I want it. Betting on green is statistically the better option, and would you look at that? 2,000 tokens. Thank you for my star drop. A lot of stuff wasn't ready, but wool is. And since it's the day after the fair, we can steal some jack-o'-lanterns from the town. I only need 1, but I'm taking 2, because I simply can. With another bundle complete, we are slowly finishing this room, along with another bundle for the boiler room. A magic rock candy? Why can't I get this price regularly? A slight spoiler, there are going to be a lot of waiting in front of this man's door. Like a lot. And Gus graciously gave us a fried egg. Sure, I could have cooked it for myself, but it's easier this way. The bulletin board only needs 3 more items until it's all over. Maki roll, apples, and a duck feather. Our ancient fruit is ready, and our salmon are ready to be needy. But luckily, pine cones are easy. Since I caught the lava eel a few days ago, I threw it into the other pond. 2 methods of roe are better than none. I also don't know which fish have a better chance of producing roes, so I don't know if I just made a mistake or not. Nothing in the trash, but judgment from this lady. I already bought that, Gussie boy. The first of our aged roe are finished, and we need 15 aged and 15 regular, which is the biggest stressor I have at the moment. But our sweet gemberry is done, so all is well. There aren't many items we don't have, so I don't know what the traveling cart lady is going to have, but what she did have wasn't great. It's okay, though. What's not okay is me waiting for Marnie to open. Sure, if I built a silo earlier, this wouldn't be an issue, but whatever. I just need the duck to give me its feather, and all of this will be fine. Will we be able to buy some plum pudding, a maki roll, stuffing? No. But if someone wanted a super meal, go to Gus's, I guess. I wonder what prize we'll get for this bundle. A garden pot. Oh. A note, since we have several of these bundles on because of the mod, just because I'm getting rewards here is you'll probably get different ones if you play the game regularly or with remix bundles, so I double check the wiki if you're doing remix bundles to see what prize you're gonna get. But we're just a few items away, so close, yet so far. Do I have enough hearts for a feather? I do! I no longer need to buy hay. Fantastic. Meaning Emily's bundle is now finished. Done. All over. And a loom for all my troubles. This means there are only 2 items left for this room. The Maki rolls and apples are all that's left. Linus needs to stop taking from the trash here. I need things, and Gus needs to sell me something good. No, not that. I thought today was the queen of sauce recipe we needed, but no. We need plum pudding, not glazed yams. On the bright side, our first apple from our tree is ready. Traveling cart lady didn't have anything I needed, but it's cool to know I could have bought the octopus instead of stressing over it last season. Oh well. Do we get lucky? No. But George would have been happy. Our row is slowly coming together, and our second apple is ready to be picked. The cave wasn't lucky, but we got an orange, so maybe I can bribe Gus with it. I probably should have bribed him first before checking. Listen, extortion is new to me, okay? Our third and final apple has fully grown. Marnie's bundle is complete, meaning we get a heater for the animals I totally take care of. Back to Gus's. Did our bribe work? No, because George's bribe was apparently better. I remember having some mystery boxes at home, and sometimes they can give you food, which we got, but it wasn't the right kind of food. Now, I would joke and say the suspense, but we got 3 times the amount we needed, so yippee! The salmon need some attention, which is fine because the seeds are super easy to get. Our second room of the community center is finished. A preserve jar and the knowledge that Junimos are happy. Look at this guy, so overjoyed. Will we continue to ride this high? No! Because Gus made more Tom Kha soup. Sure. But hey, our greenhouse is built. More row aged and regular, plus and the ancient fruit for the heck of it. Most of the remaining items aren't available till winter, which is okay. This isn't a complete before winter challenge, so we'll just have to wait it out. And I'm getting good at that with Gus. Just to be disappointed. Slow and steady wins the fishy race. Maybe the traveling card is trying to tell me something, that I should be bribing Gus better. And if I didn't know any better, I would have said that Gus knew Sandy would be the new bachelorette, because how did he get all these Tom Kha soups? I don't need pumpkins, but hey, here we are. And we have some more row, which I do need. Fortunately, we can't get anything at Gus's today, but we can get lost in a maze. Not because I need to, but simply because I want the glorious prize, to say I beat everyone to the end of the maze, my wonderful golden pumpkin. I think the higher the fish population, the greater chance of row. I don't know, but what I do know is plum pudding! It was because of this pig, and only because of this pig. We turn in the dish and start waiting for Gus. If he doesn't have maki rolls or stuffing, then we'll just have to make the maki roll ourselves. And it looks like we're making it ourselves. Pierre has the rice we need, so I buy some of that, only to find out that I apparently bought some before. Oh well. The cookout kit we got from a previous bundle comes in handy, so we can make our dish and complete another bundle, which means we have now completed another room. The end of fall, and we have 3 more rooms to complete. The foraging is easy, we can hopefully have that done tomorrow. The row is almost done, well, sort of, almost. Time is relevant. Plus, the blobfish can only be caught during the night market, and I can't buy it from the traveling cart lady. And we have 5 holly, which we need to find because we can't grow it. Stuffing, I think, is something I can buy at the ice fishing festival. And growing 5 powder melons is probably pretty easy. Hi, Granny. Thanks for the words of advice. So, we're getting toward the end of producing row, which is the long part. Not crazy, just long. With the new season, it's time to forage hunt. We need 6 total holly to complete 2 different bundles. But if you remember, we need 5 powder melons, so I'm keeping an eye out for the grass, seed, worm guys. During our search, we get everything we need for the winter foraging bundle to be completed. And we even had enough holly to drop off the boiler room. Very nice. Gus was not nice. He had rhubarb pie, which is gross. But yay, the bridge is repaired. We start the hunt for any worms for powder melons. Since it's like carrots and squash, I can't buy them from Pierre. And look at that spooky little fella. Hi, Krobus. I like to think we won the game of hide and seek. I was fortunate to find some powder melon seeds and tried fishing for more. Fortunately, my luck wasn't great and it wasn't much better at Gus's. Luckily, I did find some on the way home and we planted all of them before going to bed. These should be done growing before the night market, so I think the blobfish is going to be the last thing we need. And there was a noise in the middle of the night. No roe. Or stuffing. Aged roe was done, and now we get some fresh one. We only need 2 more aged roe, which is already being made. Gus, please. Gus, no. Our roe has aged, so we just need to keep collecting the fresh ones. The only thing the traveling cart lady could possibly have is stuffing, and of course, she does not have that dish. But hey, maybe Gus could have it. I turned in the aged roe so I don't sell it by accident because I frankly don't trust myself. Honestly, I was getting a little worried with the lack of roe produce the last few days, so I asked Robin to build me another pond. In the moment of truth, Gus lies. Oh, lies. Of course, as I say that, the salmon gives me 4 roe. Pink cake of all things. That's okay. Gus, I got one out of the trash. I don't know why I would buy one. The recipe for plum pudding isn't needed, but I'm gonna watch it for the fact that I simply can. Pierre is harassing me. Do you think I can charge him with trespassing? Or to be really funny, I could buy a Jojo Mart membership as soon as I catch the blobfish, and they would all be because of Pierre. We got some more roe, so maybe I didn't need the 3rd pond, but who knows. She must have stolen the cake from Gus, because why is there so much cake in this town? Gus, however, did not make me a cake. Instead, an eggplant parmesan. No roe, but hey, it's the ice festival, which means it is time to get my final item, the bowl of stuffing. I could leave and turn it in, or I could beat all of these hooligans in an ice fishing contest. Now, tell me why I don't get to start in front of a hole, but the rest of them do? This doesn't seem very fair, but that's okay, because even with this disadvantage, I was still victorious, and I am now the proud winner of a fun hat and some tackles that I won't use. More roe, and melons. This means we have another bundle finished. The boiler room is completed. After all of this time, I can finally have minecarts. My glorious minecarts. 2 items are left, roe and blobfish. Our fish produce all of the roe we needed, so I don't actually need any dwarf scrolls. All 15 are turned in, another bundle completed, which means my reward is a worm bin. For all of the bait needed to catch the blobfish like a true fisherman. Now, we will hibernate until the 15th, because that's when we're going to finish this challenge. Sleep. More sleep. Apparently, our cow gave birth, and only one name felt right. More sleep. Today's the day. If I'm able to catch a blobfish today, I will have done it in less than 100 days. I will have completed this challenge in 99 days. I don't want to take a chance, so I wait for Willy so I can buy an iridium rod to use deluxe bait. It increases your bar by, I think, 12 pixels, which isn't much, but it's still nice. After waiting some more, we pay our dues and dive underwater to start catching every single thing except a blobfish. I think if I catch a sea cucumber, then we would have caught every possible fish except the blob. But I got him. I got him! Get me out, Mr. Sub, get me out! Linus, I love you, but I have things to do. The moment is here. The long-awaited moment. Everything we worked for is right here. One more item until this is over. A single blobfish. And just like that, we are done. Our goal was to complete every single bundle in the community center, remix bundles, regular bundles, and getting every item needed for that bundle, and we did it. Some will call me crazy, but I really do enjoy doing the community center. I like having mini quests and missions to do. I know the villagers have quests that they can send in the mail, but for some reason this is just different. I don't know what it is. What I do know is I thank you all for watching and supporting this series. It was the first real challenge farm I've done and completed, so it's a little extra special. Not as special as Pierre sending this man to the moon, but hey. If you play on PC and want to give this challenge a shot, I have all of the mods that I used for this series down below in the description, along with the other links to my socials so you can get more content of me if you wanted. I have plenty of other challenges in mind, so if you want to subscribe to see what I have in mind, That would be pretty cool. Again, I thank you for watching, and if I don't get to see you in the next video, I hope to see you whenever I see you again. Okay, bye!